What's up, YouTube? Hardworker12 here. This is a 2019 Subaru Crosstrek Limited, and that's a hybrid. We just got these in, finally. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of go over the basic differences, interior and exterior, on this car, because most people haven't even seen it yet. So let's go. So here you can see the wheels and the headlights are a little bit different. On the hybrid Crosstrek, you have kind of a blue ring in the headlight, and then you have that little surround on the fog light there. So on the standard Crosstrek Limited, you can see the difference in the wheels, and you don't have the blue ring around the headlight or the extra little silver bit below the fog light. You also have some silver bits below the door on the hybrid model. Couple other little extra things. You got to have logos on the hybrid Crosstrek. It's right there ahead of the driver's door, and it says plug-in hybrid. The Japanese said e-boxer, so that's a little bit of a difference between the American and the Japanese model. And another thing, you got to have a place to plug it in because it is a plug-in hybrid, and you have this big giant door right here to plug it in. And just in case you don't know, it says plug in. Okay, good job. Now if we come to the cargo area of the US spec Crosstrek plug-in hybrid, there's a big difference in cargo space. As you can see, this is the lip and the bumper right here, the lip right here, and the load floor is actually above that by, I don't know, maybe 3 inches. Under here they have a little hidden storage compartment, but there's not much there. You do get, of course, the charger, so you can plug this thing in at home, but you're definitely losing some cargo space, and of course it doesn't have a spare tire either. And what's interesting to me is this is different from the Japanese hybrid, so leads me to believe they're different hybrid systems. For the sake of comparisons, this is the cargo area on a standard Crosstrek. You see the bumpers here, the cargo lip is here, and then you have probably about 3 inches below that to put cargo. And if I lift this up, you do have a spare tire as well in the non-hybrid version. Interior-wise, there are several differences as well. We don't have a tachometer in the plug-in hybrid. We have this Charge Eco Power gauge, and then of course regular speedometer. You have looks like a battery gauge up there. And then in this screen, we have in the top screen, we're showing some hybrid information. I'm currently charging the battery. Maybe I should just let it idle for about an hour. That'll save some gas. I'm going to push the info button on the steering wheel to see what else there is. Standard. These are all the screens that you would see in the regular Crosstrek Limited, so nothing different here. So you just get that one extra screen. And then the trim's a little different. You have some blue trim around the doors. This leather color is, I think, a little bit unique. It's kind of like a dark navy blue here, and of course the blue stitching is unique as well. The other Crosstreks have the orange stitching. So some minor differences in the interior. Of course, in the standard Crosstrek, you've got this sort of gray silver trim here, and then the contrasted stitching is orange on the limited and the premium models as well, not blue like the hybrid. Okay, so I'm in kind of an empty parking lot here. I'm not going to comment much on the driving experience because it is just like pretty much any other Crosstrek to drive. It is very CVT-ish. A lot of the new Subarus with the CVTs sort of emulate gearing. This one does not, so if that bothers you, that's something to consider. But it does make the acceleration very smooth. What I'm going to demonstrate is this little screen here. So right now what it's showing is that the engine's running and not much else is going on. If I accelerate slightly, you see the wheels moving and some power going from the battery to the engine. And if I let off, you see it kind of reverse course. So now as I decelerate, the power is going from the drivetrain back into the battery, so it's charging. Another interesting feature that this car has that I've discovered here So you can put it in regular drive, just like any other car, and it does what it does. And then you can put it in the B mode, which I'm assuming is braking. So what that does, when you're in B mode, when you let off of the gas, the car slows down a lot more without you hitting the brakes, and it sort of recuperates that energy from the road into the battery. So if I had one of these, that's probably how I would drive, because you wouldn't wear out your actual brake pads as quickly, and you'd get better fuel economy because you'd be putting energy from the road back into the battery. So that's an interesting thing there. So anyway, thank you very much for watching my video on the new Subaru Crosstrek plug-in hybrid. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.